Look at this. Like butter.
I now have the other 4-post 2 car installed, and I think it looks great. It also has freed up a bunch of room in the shop. Plus, I still need to organize a bunch of this just random stuff laying around, but I can't just dedicate 100% of my time to do that. So it's gonna slowly get cleaned up as I work on projects and as the months go on. Hopefully by the end of the year, the shop is completely set up and ready to go. And by that time, I should be able to work through some of these projects. And the great thing is I'm going to be putting a bunch of this stuff together, so there will be a lot less stuff laying around because there's a bunch of parts for projects. The one great thing was I was able to finally see under the Conquest, and I'm surprised, you know, I was very surprised at the car in the beginning, but now underneath it, the bottom of the car looks really nice. It's just kind of oily, but besides that, she doesn't look like she's ever been wrecked, or doesn't appear to ever have been wrecked. And then it looks, the oil pan's orange. I'm not exactly sure what's going on inside the engine, but I never knew that these things had this weird, it's almost like the truck steering. I will be getting some stuff to get this car running. It's very close. I have the turbo rebuilt. I just have been looking for an exhaust manifold. And also the VR4 is on the left. So I have both DSMs on the top. I really like the color combo. Eventually I'll end up maybe painting this car, and I need to finish this car right here. One thing I didn't know when I initially did the 3000 GT was that, you can't see it, the underneath has, on the 95s, they have an active aero air dam, but on the 99 bumper, that doesn't work. So I'm gonna have to probably just take all that stuff down and just kind of probably sell it. But down here, I haven't really looked at I don't even think I messed with the drive shaft before, but it looks like maybe I need a one-piece drive shaft because these two U-joints are a little questionable. And then back here, it's just kind of nice to see. I forgot that I powder coated the subframe. We have my custom solid subframe bushings that have been working great. And I need to end up redesigning all this stuff, but for now it works good. We have a power steering leak in the front, so I'll probably do something about that. The bad thing about these things is the power steering rack is so stuffed up in there. It's literally underneath all this stuff. You have to pull the transfer case, you have to pull all these brackets. So I'll have to eventually do that, which is gonna be very time consuming. I just don't want it to be leaking all the time. It's just kind of starting to leak. Now, as you can see, we just have a really nice setup, and it just really presents itself really well because the cars are kind of displayed. It would be kind of cool. Eventually I want to pull this wall right here down. I want to move this 4-post all the way over, and then I want to put another single car 4-post in the center. So then I could have a total of 10 cars back here, which will be really cool. And then I was almost thinking I could put like a, not like a glass wall, maybe a glass wall with some garage doors, and then they would pretty much stay clean all the time, even though I was working in the shop. And then you'd be able to see the cars inside there, which would be kind of cool. I'm not exactly sure, not 100% sure if I'm gonna do it, but it's a possibility. And then we could actually get to the Celica and work on it, even though I have the casters, I could roll it out. I need to still get coilovers for it. And then all the rear arms. I could put the Celica back on the ground, which is gonna be awesome. And then something needs to happen with this Corvette. My friend's not 100% sure what the guy's gonna do. So he's been really busy and he needs to get the frame done still. So once the frame's done, we'll get that thing done. And then the Dodge Magnum, or the Charger that's converted into a Magnum, there's a few things that I've designed for this thing that I need to make a video on. So I designed a custom fan shroud because I couldn't use the factory Hellcat fans. And right here is the 3D printed fan shroud. So I will be doing the video. I need to install this. And then I also, before I install this, I want to do a CFM comparison. From my calculations, I'm pretty sure this is going to pull at least another 1,000 CFM over what the factory Charger and Challenger Hellcat fans pull. So I want to test that. I'll be testing that in the next video, as well as doing the whole printing and designing video for the fan shroud for the Hellcat Magnum. And then this thing will be pretty much done and able to drive. I decided what I'm gonna do with the dash and the charger. So I was designing a completely custom, it was a splice between the Charger, the Challenger, and the Durango Hellcat dashes. But the issue is, I've asked around and I was trying to find a place that can do the leather for the dash. And there's one issue. So the airbag on the passenger side is supposed to blow through the leather. And every place that I've talked to that does the leather or could do a leather dash, they tell me they won't do it because it has an airbag behind it. And they don't know how to, I think you have to score the back with like a hot knife, or something needs to happen so it can blow through that the dash leather. I already designed it so there's a, so how it is on the plastic is there's little tabs and it just blows through those and pushes it up. So for now, I think what I'm gonna do is I have the Challenger center console, and I will probably just end up getting a Challenger, like a newer leather dash with the stitching to match all the interior. And then eventually, if I can ever find a leather company that could do the dash, I'll go and do the Durango hybrid dash, which would be really cool. But they really look pretty similar between the two. The one that I designed and the normal Challenger one. The only thing that I'm gonna have to do, it's crazy because it's so much more echoey in here now that I have everything on the lifts and there's more room. But what I need to do is I need to just design the bezel so I can use the Durango displays. So I think that'll work perfectly fine. It just, it's not what I wanted to do, but I want the car to be safe. And I think the only way right now to make it safe and to have a dash in it, and I want to eventually, hopefully this year it goes to SEMA. I'm kind of on the edge of if I even want to go to SEMA or not, but it would be cool to take the car to SEMA, and it would be cool to have a dash in it and have all the gauges, and then I could actually do pulls and not have to hold stuff. That's the biggest issue with how the dash is right now, or not having a dash at all. Plus it's exposed, and you know, it's funny when I go to car shows or if I take it out and people see that there's no dash and they're just like, the looks on their faces, you think the whole car was just like destroyed because there's not a dash in it. It's like the only thing other than the quarter glasses, which I've talked to a guy and he should be able to make them. I just need to get a 300C glass so I could have that curve, because all the ones that I thought I had a spare one laying around, and I think I've sent them all out to other people. So hopefully I send this stuff to this guy and I don't get, just send it out and then never get it back. So we'll get all that stuff taken care of, but I'm gonna end the video here. Super stoked to finally have all the lifts that I'm gonna get for now set up. And then eventually, like I said before, I'm gonna get more lifts. I need lifts for the other shop. So I'll probably do 2 more of these 4-post 2 cars. I keep wanting to say 2 posts, but 4-post 2 cars in the other shop, which will give me even more storage. Or maybe I'll do 3 of them, so I have two of the two cars in a single car like this in the center, because these buildings, I believe, are the same width, both of them. And then I'll have a ton of storage, and then I won't really have to worry about having cars outside and then not being able to store or work on anything, because there's so many cars just taking up space, because they take up a lot of floor space when they're not on lifts. And it also looks really cool. End the video here. If you like these videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, there is a bell in the corner. Click on that bell. I don't know, it's a new thing. They've changed something, so just hit the drop down, hit all notifications on if you want to see the videos. Like the video, comment, and as always, see you guys next time.